Man, the Rick Pitino situation is pretty wild, though. That shit's wild. Anytime the FBI gets involved in something, it's like, yo, this shit's serious all of a sudden.
Especially
yeah,
when they're getting involved in like athletics.
NCAA stuff. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
NCAA is the judge, jury, executioner normally. And now it's like, nope, FBI's involved. I guess they got a tip from some other arrest they made. So they made an arrest or something somewhere else and they got something else. It's just like what Todd used to do.
Yeah, exactly. Patino lost his Italian card, by the way. Like they took it from him because not only this, like he got caught so easily, but the other day he was wearing a suit right off the rack.
Wow.
Totally breaks the
Especially
Italian.
with how small he is
Are
now.
you fucking
Yeah,
kidding me?
you know, yeah. So they ripped him pretty hard. Took away his Italian card. I mean, you just can't wear a suit right off the rack. It's not going to fit right. The sleeves are going to be a little short. It's going to be a little full in the body, long in the tail. You got to get a suit that's tailored to fit you. Indochino is making it easy to get a perfectly tailored suit at an incredible price. Choose from hundreds of top quality fabrics and personalize your suit just the way you want it. By the way, Indochino is now the largest made-to-measure menswear brand in the world. Here's how it works. Visit a showroom or shop online at Indochino.com. Pick your fabric, choose your customizations, submit your measurements, place your order, and wait for it to arrive in just a few weeks. Easy shopping, perfect fit, easy peasy,
Perfect squeezy.
This week, our listeners can get any premium Indochino suit for just $379 at Indochino.com. Only $379. That's less than $380.
I'm going to do that. What's the promo code?
The promo code is PAT.
I'm going to do that.
P-A-T, your first name.
Okay,
Pat.
let's go.
That's
guys.
you.
Enter that promo code, get a premium Indochino suit for just $379. Do it right now. It's more than half off. It's Indochino.com, promo code PAT. Do it. $379. Free shipping. You can't beat
I
it.
absolutely love that. What else happened in sports? Thank you, Indochino, for coming back. I'm going to go get a suit. I'm going to get a suit. I'm going to do that.
Let's go get suited up.
Let's get some suits. I need some.
I think the best news in sports today, I think there's two ultimate showmen of our era.
Okay.
Bruno Mars
And Ray Lewis.
and Justin Timberlake.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Ray Lewis.
Did you hear that, though, by the way?
About the Ray Lewis thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Where he said Shannon Sharp called him out because right next to Shannon Sharp, Ray Lewis said, I will never take a knee for the national anthem. I have too much respect for it. And then when Baltimore played in England this past weekend, he was on video on both knees during the prayer. And he came out, or during the national anthem, and he came out and said, are you pulling up the video right now?
I don't know if this is the video, but listen to what he says here.
Yeah.
It's
Because he gets put on the spot for saying, hey, you said you would never kneel.
And now look at you.
And now you're visibly like one of the pictures of kneeling right now.
Yeah.
You ready?
And this, instead of saying, yeah, I did it, this is what he said.
I looked at these young babies and I said, I gotta do something that only God will understand. And I asked myself, what would Jesus do in a time of this chaos? And I took both knees
To pray. He wasn't, the national anthem wasn't happening. He was on both knees praying. So he did not kneel during the national anthem because in his head, he didn't even know the national anthem was happening because him and Jesus were having a conversation so loud.
He just
he
broke
can
out.
only do something that only God can understand. He asked himself, what would Jesus do? And he took both knees.
Both.
Jesus was controlling him at that time.
Both knees.
I looked at those babies.
That's what he said
That's
about
what he was talking about.
And the Spirit overcame me.
He was talking about NFL players as babies.
Yeah, and he said they're confused. They don't know. That's what he said before. They don't know. I'm looking at these guys. They don't know. I'm looking at these babies, and I'm like, God. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, Ray, just say, yeah, I did it. Because
for a guy who's supposed to be a great leader, he sure sidesteps a lot when
Bro,
it comes down on
how
him.
about when he gave the motivational speech in a garage? Do you remember that during the fucking
Yes.
Super Bowl or
Yes.
whatever? He like gave a motivational speech from a garage.
And then he sidestepped that murder. And
No,
Was anybody living in the garage?
yikes. But he and then he came out and said somebody was doing everything just for attention. And I was like, you just gave a motivational speech a week ago from a garage for no reason for a team that didn't ask you to do it. That guy's outrageous, man.
Was anybody living in that
Outrageous.
garage or no?
It seemed as if an empty ass like house garage, like a newer house was built, and he's just saying it wasn't a finished garage yet, but the door was shut for sure. What's that, Vince?
It's a safe house. It's where you lay low after you murder some people.
Clean ass safe house. I have a question.
Yeah.
If you live in your mom's garage, right, and you're over 30,
Yeah.
and you have sex with a girl in there, who's the bigger asshole? You for living in there, or her for fucking you in that garage?
No,
Her.
you. I have a friend that's still doing this, and he just says that his mom's his roommate.
I like that move.
Yeah, but you still got to walk her into the garage.
Roommate.
But you still gotta. It's a garage though. You don't have a room.
Frank calls his parents his roommates. Frank, who played guitar on the old, Indy 500 show.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he really? I think that's the real thing, though. I think that's the move, is the roommate move. I think so. I think if you're 30 years old living with your mother, you say, hey, listen, my roommate takes the house. I got my own little apartment here in the garage. Here we go. I think you can upsell that. I
Yeah.
think for sure.
But
How about you say you let your parents live in the house part of your
Yeah.
garage?
No, roommates.
Yeah, you let them live in the house.
No,
part of
you
your
live
garage.
with your son, don't you?
Yeah.
He lives with his son right there, right next to you.
yeah, but his son's 21.
So you're saying if
College
this is
and
in
shit.
9
I'm
years.
over 30 years old, and you're trying to tear up honeys in your garage fucking studio. Who's the bigger asshole? You for having sex with a chick in a garage after the age of 30 in your parents' house?
Well, I think you're the loser.
Is
in
it
that.
a sweet garage though?
What if
Like,
you
is
have
it
a
all
good
decked
garage?
out?
Yeah, is it a
is
dope
it
man
finished?
cave?
Hey,
I
would hope so.
I have a big garage. Now, I never did before, but I got a big one now, and sometimes I think about moving in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about a 4,000 square foot garage you got there. So
Yeah, there's a lot
doesn't
of-
really count.
You just gotta have fun with it.
My this guy
Sorry,
that
your
Yeah,
garage.
who is it?
Your
Who is
garage
it?
has a guest house.
Love
No, I
is
just
love,
thought of it.
though. Love is love. Like,
Yeah, like sex
Love
is
is
sex.
love.
If it's a hot tub in the middle of a party, you sexing.
you know what'd be a great
If it's
twist?
a garage in your parents' house and you're 30 plus, you're sexing. It's just the way it goes.
It's nature.
Nature.
Nature
Nature
versus-
versus nurture, Lodge.
Nature always wins.
Nature always
The
wins.
painting was a gift.
But as
Todd.
soon-
I'm
It's
taking it
Coming with me.
As soon as the band gets signed, he's moving out of that garage. There's no doubt about it.
One of my favorite comedian jokes about living with your parents, my buddy Edwin San Juan, this amazing Filipino comedian that I work with, he had this joke where he lives with his mom and he smokes weed, forgets everything, and his mom has Alzheimer's. So sometimes they run into each other in the house and they don't know who each other is. She's like, what are you doing here? He's like, I don't know. I mean, and he goes, do I know you? She goes, you look familiar. He does it way better. I'm butchering it. but-
I think I wouldn't mind living with my parents at this age. No.
Yo, they do your laundry and cook
but
your
that's what I'm
meals
saying.
and shit.
Like my lady takes care of me. She does laundry and cooks and cleans and everything like that. She really does kick ass. But I don't think I could. I don't think I'd have a problem living with my dad. I think I'd be very entertained living with my parents now at this age. Like listen to my dad's everyday thoughts on shit, just every day. Tim Mack, it's every day, bro. Jake Paul, by the way. I know not everybody's probably a fan of his, but I've learned about his power, and I want to let you know I'm a Jake Pauler. So you can hate me or not for that.
Well, I can tell you this: living with your parents later in adulthood, not fun. Parents are good in small doses after you turn 30.
I
To
think,
live with them every day.
You know what? You're right. I don't
You
see my
don't
parents
notice
that
the
much.
little-
I
yeah.
don't see my parents that much. So I think if it was every day, bro, I don't know if
Yeah, I think it depends how critical they are too. You know, if your mom's judging you all the time, or if your dad's, projecting
live
on
your
you.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was
That's a
pretty
whole different
easy.
story.
My mom
When did you live with
gets
your
on
parents?
you. When I got my engagement broke off because I'd rented my house out.
an
Had tenants in
engagement.
it.
So you got 2 divorces and an engagement broke off. That's 3 divorces.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe you should just stop at relationships.
What
I
happened?
am.
He's done that pretty well.
I think he does okay.
Todd's dad just likes to shine up his hammers.
Yeah.
Let me shine his hammer up. Come look at it. It's 30 years old.
He cleans his hand tools.
It's one of Todd's bits.
The bit goes, it's true. Like my dad literally, like he cleans his garage constantly. He's bored. Like he's used to working 80 hours a week and now he's totally retired. So he's like cleaning everything in the garage. So everything in the garage is clean. So then he went to hand tools and he actually pulled me out in the garage and he shows me this hammer and he's like, look how shiny this hammer is. And I was like, oh yeah, is it new? And he's like, no, you won't recognize it, but this is the same hammer I've had since you were 3 years old. And in my head, I was like, man, there's only one reason for a dude to spend this much time and effort into cleaning the hammer. And I was like, Dad, where's Mom?
Yeah.
It's a hell of a bit, Todd.
That's a murder joke.
Gosh.
He makes it easy. My dad writes half my shit.
You should sponsor Warhammer back there. Your dad should hang out with Vibs.
Football season is already underway, and it's been a fantastic season. I think we'd all say and agree that the NFL was much better this past weekend than it has been in a long time. Long time. Controversy aside, football season started. And for all you bettors out there, you need to download the free Sports Action app right now. It's the best app for sports bettors, and it's not even close. You know how they said, like, it's close for a lot of things? Like, it's close, they say.
Close.
Like, some things are close.
Right.
Like, do you like chicken nuggets or a chicken sandwich more?
Yeah.
It's close.
It's close. Tough decision.
It's close. It's really good. This one, not even. Everything I just said, complete opposite. Not even close. This is my first season of betting, and like everyone else at Barstool, I'll be using Sports Action to track my bets. Follow in-game live lines, check all of the line moves, and see where the public money is going. It's basically like ESPN for sports bettors if ESPN didn't suck.
Shots fired.
You hear that? It's like this if...
Sniper.
Yeah. They actually wrote that too. Remember that. Diggs, you've been using Sports Action for how long?
Years.
You like it?
Love it.
Would you recommend it?
To everyone.
Would you do that right now?
Yes, I recommend it to everyone.
Go to sportsaction.io or search the App Store for Sports Action right now to download it for free. That's sportsaction.io. It's really annoying to try to remember every bet and line you have while you're watching the games, and Sports Action is the only app to let you track it all in one place. You can see if your bets are covering in real time and get detailed stats on how well you are doing over time by the league. The free push notifications include the lines and my bet status too. Sports Action is going to have team betting previews for every NFL and college football team, so get it right now. You can also get a 1-week free trial for the Sports Action Pro subscription, which has bonus features like parlay tracking and premium betting trends. Trust me, you need this app for football season. Download the free Sports Action app at iOS or for iOS or Android right now at sportsaction.io or in the App Store.